Hello crafty friends, welcome to another mixed media background ideas video. Today we're going to be using some indigo blue luscious pigment powder. I've got blue and green. These powders contain colour, the pigment, they contain mica, which is the shiny stuff, and they contain a binder, which means once dry they won't come off the paper, they'll be bound to it. I'm going to start with green, add some water. Try not to let it fly all over the place. And I'll pick the green up with my smusher and smush it on to my bit of paper here. This is just regular smooth white card, nothing fancy, and I'll dry that with my hairdryer. Now I'm going to do the same with the blue. Put some on my mat, add some water and smush it on. If you want to know how to make a smusher, there is a video link below. Also, I do have a playlist called Pigment Powders 101, which takes you through all sorts of pigment powder techniques and information. So check that out if you want to know more. So this is just going to layer over the green. Now I'll dry that before it has a chance to lift the green off too much. And now I'll add some more. Just use up this last little bit. So now we've got some beautiful colour and shimmer and shine there. I want to add some physical texture to this, so I'm going to emboss it with this embossing folder from Sizzix. So that's looking good. I do want to add some embossing or heat embossing to the raised areas. So I'm dusting this with my anti-static, anti-moisture powder. I've loaded up my brayer with sticky embossing ink. And I'm just rolling that over, and hopefully it will mostly go on the raised area. And I'm going to shake over some metallic platinum superfine embossing powder from Wow. And I'll just gently brush off any excess powder. Now I'll melt that. Right, I'm loving that. Plenty of shimmer and shine and visual and physical dimension. Right, time to pop that on a card. Okay, I think it would be a real shame to chop this down too much because I'm really liking the way it's looking. So I'm going to neaten it up down this side and take a tiny little sliver off the bottom just to neaten up the edge. Same at the top. And I'm going to chop off a bit for the side. So that's more or less symmetrical, and it is about 1.75 inches. I'll add high-tack white glue to the back, and I'm going to stick this directly on a 4x6 inch card blank. And I'll use my scoreboard just to make sure I get it all lined up nicely. If I push the card into the corner and the embossed piece into the corner, it should line up. I managed to get mucky fingerprints on it already. Just get a vinyl eraser to remove whatever that was. And I'll use a piece of non-stick paper, this is just sticker release paper, to press it down well. It's ever so slightly short of the end of the card, but I can address that by just trimming it. I think I might have put the pattern on upside down, but I don't really mind that. I think it looks fine either way. Now I want to add a strip of colour along the edge of that. I don't want to add black, it'll be too dark I think. So I'm going to use Uncharted Mariner Distress Oxide, which is a nice dark bold green blue. And this is just linen textured white card. Give that a little buff just to take off excess ink. And I'm going to cut a bit that's around about 5mm, half a centimetre. Maybe slightly wider, and I'll add a little bit of glue along the edge there, and then pop that on, butting it right up against that other piece. Use that to press it down and carefully mop up any glue that's splurged out. and I can snip off the overhang. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other piece. This is the wider bit left over. And I'm going to put it over to the left hand side of the card. So there you go, 2 card bases ready for embellishment. This one has more empty space, so would count as clean and simple at the moment. This one has less white space and more pattern, so probably not clean and simple. So before I do anything else to this one, I'm going to add my sentiment. And I've got a Sending Love, which I've stamped and die cut with a stitched rectangle die. And I'm thinking, let's say, either there or there or there. There, I think. Before I press it down fully, I'm going to use my T-square ruler just to make sure it's all straight. I popped it on some 1mm thick foam tape just to give it a bit of dimension. This one's a bit longer because there's more pattern, so I thought it could handle a longer sentiment. It says on your special day, and I've put it 1/3 of the way down the card, roughly in the middle. Now, I'm sorely tempted to add other things on top of this, but I think, especially this one, I think that's enough. I think because it's such a bold, eye-catching pattern, because it's gold embossed, it's raised, it's shimmery, it's shiny, I think that's enough on that card. We've got this nice pop of contrast from this Uncharted Mariner strip. But the one with the thinner sliver, I think, could do with a little something. And I've got this open die cut flower. This is from my little stash of pre-cut flowers and leftover bits and bobs. I'm going to back all the apertures in vellum. So I've put high-tack white glue on the back. Added some little bits of vellum, and I'm going to use my little scissors here to cut around the flower shape. And now I can use my glue dotter to add some glue to the back. So I've added the flower over this patterned piece, and its stem is just catching the edge of the sentiment piece there to bring everything together. Before you go, I'd like to show you another thing that I've made with my card making tools and supplies that's not a card, and it's this little box. So to create the box and its lid, I smushed some paper with those same pigment powders that I used on today's background, and I folded these boxes, and the top one I decorated with die cuts. So if you'd like me to show you how I made the boxes, then let me know in the comments and I'll do that in a future video. Another non-card craft that I do is making my own balms and salves, and I put them in these little tins. And last year I gave them away, and I slipped them into some little linen bags and gave them to my family. But this year I'm thinking I will make boxes and decorate them and pop in a little bit of tissue and a pot of salve. So as I say, if you want me to tell you how I made this, then let me know in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope it's given you an idea or two, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.